Hello, welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. It's been a couple days since my last stream. Let me get Volante up on top. Bam, there we go. We are in the beautiful Northwest livery in the CRJ 700. Welcome in, Fry. And we are doing a really short hop. It's a one flight, super short stream. So we're in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We're going to head up to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Total flight's about 170, 180 nautical miles, depending on the track we're going to be taking, or route, I should say. And this is my first flight with the new update that came out yesterday with SAYINTENTIONS, the AI, or not the AI, the app itself. So within the app, looks like it's not going to show up on the screen. Give me 1 second. We're going to have double screens here. Okay. So, within the app itself now, you can go into, what is it, controls? No, multiplayer, miscellaneous? No, which one is it? Headset. And you can control the individual volumes of the comms, which I think is really, really cool. So, for example, chatter always seems to be a little too loud, because, it's just nice to have for background. So I turned that down. I haven't messed with much of anything other than the chatter, and then I tested it out. So, that's really, really cool. And today we're going to be having another one of their Vectors to Final stream for some cool, hopefully some really cool stuff that's going to be announced. So I'm super excited for that. Okay, so we have to get this get this flight going because I am a little pressed for time. All right, so the first thing on the CRJ is wheel tracks are in place. We're going to try doing just the APU power on this one. So if I learned correctly now, turn on the power, and then we look down here. Okay, it's closed. The APU is closed. If we click on this little button here, bam, I should open it. Not saying closed still. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're looking for this here. APU SOV open. Then click on this button, and this will start the APU up. And then we'll start seeing this move here. Okay, well, that's thinking. Well, I guess we can't really do anything else yet. I can bring up this guy. I guess we could go over here and pop in performance. So, we got 70 passengers. And, good. Fuel is 73. Bring this down a little bit. Okay. And total is 69, 67, so we can add on a little bit. That work. And then copy it to the sim. Copy it to the FMS. Put in our V speeds. Okay. Now, go down here and we get our IRS aligned. And then I'm going to go back up top and get the AC on. Get the probes going. Emergency exit, seatbelt signs, no smoking. Oh, we don't need that yet. Section lights. I'm just going to do the hydraulics now too. Okay, we have that all set up. Now we go down here to the FMS. And we'll go to set up our position. Drop that in there. Perfect. And now we'll go to flight plan. And we're going from KF, S, D. Go to Minneapolis. Pop that in route. All that's good. Execute. Performance data. 70 passengers. Beautiful. Clear that load. And now we can go into legs. Verify that. We have a disco. 1.15. That's fine. Like that. Execute. Going direct to Swan. And 12 rights in there, so everything's ready to go with that. Go to radio. Keep that on that. That's what I like. Okay. 7.2 for the trim. Alright, let's get ATIS. So ATIS is 126 and a 6. Pop that in there and wait for ATIS to pop up.
Information Victor 1256 Zulu. Wind 178 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, view at 12000 feet. Temperature 17. Dew point 9er. Altimeter 2980. Arriving and departing runways 15921. Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Victor. Sioux Falls Regional Airport.
Alright, there's no clearance here in Sioux Falls, so we have ground, and let's get that clearance. Ground, Northwest 516 would like to pick up its IFR to Minneapolis St. Paul. We have information Victor and are ready to copy. This should come back pretty quick. I'm expecting 4,000 on departure. Well, maybe it's actually doing more. Might just have us just go up.
Northwest 516, Sioux Falls ground cleared to Minneapolis St. Paul. Radar vectors SS1 then as filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 21010 minutes after departure. Departure on 125.8, squawk 6555.
Alright, so we're going up to 4,000, squawk, super easy, 6555. Departure frequency, 125 and an 8. Whoops, not a 9, an 8. Okay. Clear to Minneapolis St. Paul, radar vector Swan, then is filed. We're going to climb up to 4,000. Departure 125.8, squawk 6555, Northwest 516. So, one of the other cool things,
Northwest 516, readback correct. Expect runway 15, report ready for push and start.
Just realize it's pretty quiet for you all too, so let me increase COM 1 a bit. Okay, so another cool thing is now there's dynamic arrivals for the runway, so it's all based on the wind. That was I added last night. I did 2 flights to test it, and it worked really well, really well. Keep this in mind if you ever want to plan your flight. I'm told that it's gonna choose the longest runway. If it's, if there's a left, center, right, it's gonna choose whatever one is the longest. So that might help you be able to program things a little sooner than waiting for the ATC to get to you. Okay, let's get our pushback. Sioux Falls ground, Northwest 516, request push and start. Okay, let's get rid of those chocks. And let's get our pumps going up here.
Northwest 516, push and start approved. Expect runway 15, report ready to taxi.
Push back going. Good to go. Top, we got that. Alright, start engine 2. I get my reverses going now. Waiting for the 20 on here. Or roughly.
Tornado 892 Tango, Oscar, hold short of taxiway Delta, waiting for clearance to enter the ramp. Holding short of taxiway Delta.
Alright, engine 1, or sorry, engine 2 is coming up. Alright, so we are expecting, I'm gonna say it's probably just Alpha all the way. It might say Mike, but I'm thinking Alpha. Or our taxi. Yeah, it should be just Alpha.
762 Foxtrot Romeo, hold short of taxiway Delta traffic on final.
Holding short of taxiway Delta Falcon.
E2, welcome in. Welcome on in. Short flight today, really short. One flight. Be about what, half hour in the air, if that. That's all good. I like to change this over to weather, even though it doesn't work. Okay, engine 1 is good. Or sorry, engine 2 is good. Engine 1's coming up. Sioux Falls ground. Northwest 516, request taxi. Back to the clock. And I forgot my speed.
Northwest 516, runway 15 via Alpha Cross runway 21 at your discretion. Contact tower on 118.3 when ready for departure.
Fantastic, perfect taxi. Runway 15 via Alpha Cross runway 21, Northwest 516. Beautiful taxi instructions. I don't know if this is a taxi tuned one or not. Oh shoot, I forgot to use fuel. I don't think I checked. I don't think this one is. Or is it? Now I'm confused. I want to check. Got a couple seconds while that's coming together. This is the beauty of SAYINTENTIONS, is you can check and get updated flight taxiways if you don't currently have that airport. Sioux Falls is just a SOPO default. I'm too lazy to fix it myself right now. Alright. Engine's good. And taxi lights on. Let's push, or not push back. Let's get rolling. So 21's runway, I expect, oh actually no, I was expecting 15 for departure. Well now I'm confused. Runway 2, oh no. Oh yeah, runway 15, cross 21. Alright, now we're cooking. We'll see how I do on this flight. My last stream I did, which was on Monday, I think it was, I just wasn't fully awake, so I was definitely making some rookie mistakes. I feel a little bit more awake today, so hopefully that means good things. Where do you check for the updates? I will show you in the mid-flight here. Well, I'll attempt to show you mid-flight. The CRJ is a lot more hands-on, but I should be able to have a couple moments to show you. It's in the pilot portal on SAYINTENTIONS.
Tornado 892 Tango Oscar, pushback approved, contact tower when ready for taxi. Pushback approved, will contact tower when ready, Tornado 892
I've been doing
Tango
so many Airbus A320 flights recently. It's scary. It's very scary. I feel like when Flight Sim first came out, well, 2020 first came out, where it was just nothing but Airbus flights for me. That's kind of where I am now. But as I'm getting more and more used to the Phoenix, it's kind of floatiness when landing. I'm getting better and better at it. I had a flight on, what was it, Tuesday night? It was into Chicago. Crazy windy out in real life. Crazy windy in the sim, of course. I wasn't expecting that. And like I landed center line. The problem is that I didn't keep the rudder in enough. I started sliding to the right. I'm learning those indices from the Phoenix. The Phoenix is awesome. It is really, really cool. I bought it and then I never touched it. Well, I touched it once and I was like, whatever, I'll get to it eventually. I was just so set in my ways with the 737, the CRJ, and then eventually I got excited about the E-Jet and I got into that. Now I'm kind of rotating back. Definitely seem like I'm rotating back. I heard some sort of beep noise. What the hell was that? Alright, here we are. Holding short 15. I didn't put tower in, did I? 18 and a 3. 183. Sioux Falls Tower, good morning from Northwest 516. We are holding short 15, ready for departure. 25 and 8 for departure. And let's go up here, get landing lights on. Flight director. That apparently didn't go through. Let's try it again. 1183.
Clear to land runway 21, Skylane 422 Alpha Mike.
Sioux Falls Tower, Northwest 516, holding short, runway 15, ready for departure. Uh-oh, that's not good. Let me close out the app. It's not talking anymore. Alright, third time's charm. Tower, Northwest 516, holding short, runway 15, ready for departure. Okay, that one looked like I took it. Alright, flaps are set, lights are on.
Northwest 516 Sioux Falls Tower,
Takeoff,
wind
config
180
okay.
at 17 runway 15, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading.
Runway 15, clear for takeoff, Northwest 516.
Northwest 516 runway 15, cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading.
It really doesn't hear me when I say clear. Cleared for takeoff, Northwest 516. Okay, we should be all set to roll here. Toga, roll. Bye, Sioux Falls. Look at all the power lines here. That's crazy. Remember if this is the freeware I got, or if this... I don't think this is the paidware. E1, rotate. Gear going up. Alright, and what they do in the CRJ apparently is they put on the AP pretty much right away. Get this up to our climb speed around 210. Nav's on, speed's on, AP's on. Alright, gear is up. Plane is working. We're almost at our 4,000 already. Back the throttle. And bring up the flaps. Stow the reversers.
Northwest 516, contact departure on 125.8.
Departure, Northwest 516, at 4,000.
Northwest 516 Sioux Falls, radar contact. Turn left heading 035 vectors to SS1. Then own navigation. Northwest 516 Sioux Falls, radar climb and maintain 14,000.
Up to 14,000, Northwest 516. Alright, so going up to 4,000, or 14,000. And we'll go speed, and we'll go climb. Alright, so climbing on up. So, to look at the taxi tuner thing, go to Pilot Portal. And go into Taxi Tuner. And then you can type in the airport. So in this case it was Sioux Falls. So then get taxi info. And then so you'll see here it tells you what it is. So it's a SOBO default information, and it's Navigraph as well. So here's all the information, all the taxi info. So pretty simple. All right, looking pretty good on everything. Very welcome. Very, very welcome. Let's see, what was I gonna do? I was gonna look at this here. 27 minutes. That's what we're expecting here. Really short hop.
Northwest 516, all right, contact Minneapolis Center on 132.05.
132. We'll contact Minneapolis Center, Northwest 516. Good day. I'm gonna wait to do that call because I'm almost at 10,000, so I can get those lights off.
Northwest 516, all right, contact Minneapolis Center on 132.05. Good day.
Lights off, and it really doesn't want to, or really wants to let me know what I'm doing. Minneapolis Center, Northwest 516, 10,000, climbing 14,000. It's closer to 11,000. Alright, we can also go ahead and get that speed up a little bit. We'll cruise at 250 today. It's a short hop. Expecting runway 12 right for landing, so we'll be curving over to the right slightly. 12 right, let's get my charts on that. Okay, so 12 right. I'm gonna make this mini. And we're gonna go over here, gonna push the button in here. Minimums are 1042. So what, 1050? Okay. Then we'll put the ILS info. 110 and a 3. 1103. Okay, so we have ILS, we have minimums, we're up to 4,000. Cruising is supposed to be at 210. 4,000 for Zesty. So we look on the charts here. We should have Zesty. Yep, there's
Northwest
Zesty.
516 Minneapolis Center climb and maintain flight level 210.
Gonna climb on up again. Gonna reduce the speed because I wasn't paying attention. Go back to, well, I'll do 260 now. And we're going up to 210. Okay. The CRJ is fun to fly because you just have to do enough things. And I know people are talking about it needs updates and all that jazz, and yeah, it could use a little bit here and there, a little TLC, right? But the way it is now, it flies really good. I haven't had, knock on some wood, I haven't had the FMC or FMS. I haven't had anything freeze on me within the aircraft at all. Everything's been spot on.
Alaska 993 cleared through Bravo airspace.
I haven't had instruments freeze up on me. Nothing really unique about it recently. Probably over the last 6-7 months, I guess. I haven't really got back into it until the past, what, 2 months or so. Prior to that, I hadn't touched it for a little bit. I touched like once a month or so, but definitely now it's gotten back into my routine of planes. Like I have a pretty good, other than most recently, I have a pretty good flux of the planes I'm doing. CRJ and the E-Jet, Phoenix, 737. I haven't touched the A300 in a while. So that one is one I should pop out. I have my next flight on a pilot's life, which might be my last one with Sky West, if I get approved for one of the other two airlines I applied for. My next flight is Chicago to Toronto. That might be a really good A300 flight. I might do tonight. Not a stream, but you know, just for fun tonight. But I did apply back to Delta and American this morning. Hoping to get into one of those two. I should be able to. Like, I just got upgraded to Captain Level 2 yesterday. And my average right now is almost 9.5 or 98.5. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't let me in. Unless I really screw up this flight. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't let me in. So I don't know which one I want more. I toyed with the idea between both of them, those airlines. I want to do stuff down south, like in Florida, Miami and Orlando. I kind of want to do stuff there. I haven't really flown over there for a while. At the same time, I don't want to leave the Midwest because I do enjoy the Midwest. And American offers both, just not as much Midwest. Delta's more Midwest. And for me, I've been flying a lot with the Northwest livery, as I am in this aircraft. And Delta, of course, merged with Northwest many years ago. Kind of torn between what I want to do, but I guess it really comes down to which one I get the offer from. If I get both of them, well, then I get a really, really tough offer, a really tough decision to make. We'll see. Today is supposed to be, if you're watching this live or recorded on the 23rd here, today is supposed to be the day that Sim Update 15 finally launches for the general public and no longer a beta. So that will be fantastic. So I'm hoping tonight when I can hop back on that I actually get to see AI traffic, or not AI traffic, a real multiplayer traffic again.
United 487, turn right, heading 270.
That'd be really, really cool. Lonely sometimes in the sky without it. Yeah, I'm liking this comm setup thing. This is cool. The chatter is nice and quiet. It's there still, so it gives you a little bit.
JetBlue 617,
I like that.
at or above 10,000.
That's cool.
Crossing Timon at or above 10,000.
Big shout out to SAYINTENTIONS. Great job. Very good job. I did, like I said, I did 2 flights yesterday with this new dynamic runway selection based on the weather. And the first one was pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. I screwed up the A320 flight plan on the approach. I was swapping over and I wasn't keeping track of what I was doing properly. So I kind of screwed up the approach a bit. I got it back on track, but it gave me everything it was supposed to. It was well done. And the other flight, the E-Jet kind of botched that approach, but then the AI gave me a really weird vector. It vectored me away from the airport, going nowhere. There was no like waypoint or star or anything it was going towards. It was just sent me away. And then it came back. This was the cool part. It came back and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Turn right heading, blah blah blah." I was like, whoa. So it knew it made a mistake, and I'm sure that's coded in there, but I thought that was pretty cool. And then even the vector just turned me around to the wrong way. It said, "Sorry for the late vector, turn left heading, blah blah blah." And I thought that was really unique because I've never heard "sorry for the late vector." But once it figured out where it was supposed to go and got me turned around again to the correct direction, it was spot on. It was spot on for the approach. It was amazing. It was so cool, and it was going into Seattle, so it had me turn back towards Seattle and maintain 7,000, which is spot on for the approach, and then it had me curve a little bit tighter to the final approach, and it had me drop down to 5,000, and then it had me curve a little bit more to the last one, I believe. That's it, down to 3,000, I think. But it was so cool. Like, the vectors were spot on The degrees were just beautiful. So it's so cool to see and hear these improvements made so quickly. I was just really blown away and impressed with that. I was gonna try. There was a day where I think it was last week sometime where SAYINTENTIONS was down. Not them, but one of their partners were down. So I was gonna try Beyond ATC for flight, just to have some ATC and just to try it again. But they were down too. So everyone was just down that day. It was gonna be my opportunity to try Beyond ATC. It's been a little bit since I've tried them. I do want to give a shout out while I'm streaming here live to everyone who's come into this channel, who's commented, watched videos, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I do appreciate it. The growth over the last 2 months or so has been tremendous, has been amazing to see, and it's helped fuel my passion to want to do more content on the channel. So I've had this channel for a very, very long time. It's gone through probably 3 different identity crisis changes. But for the probably last year or so, it's been mostly YouTube Shorts. I haven't really done a whole lot with it. Once in a while, I'll throw a little flight up there or make a little video or something, but really haven't had much interest because there wasn't a whole lot of people watching. And to see the growth has been really fun. Really fun. So I do appreciate everyone who's been doing it. Just so you know, you are inspiring me to do more content and have a blast doing it. Right, so thank you so much for all that. Let's see what we're looking for top of descent. I'm going to put in 2,000, so about 70 nautical miles, so 23.
Leaving tree 70 for tree 50. Will report level Air Canada 251.
23, so probably just before, was that Forge or Porge?
Trade Air 64 Romeo affirmed.
Horsey?
Maintain
That's
heading
Horsey.
075.
Oh, Torgy. Yeah, so probably 10 nautical miles before we hit that. It should be our top of descent. Do get to watch SAYINTENTIONS for that sometimes, because it may give you a pretty late top of descent. I try to use the top of descent calculator with flow, just to get an idea, no matter what plane I'm in, just to get an idea, because sometimes the Phoenix gives you too early. The 737 is pretty good. I don't really have too much of a problem with that. But there's definitely been a couple times where the Phoenix gave me a top of descent a little too fast. So there are 2 variants of the Phoenix A320, that the 2 different engines, which I can't think of off the top of my head right now, the CFM and the IAE, right? Which one do you all prefer? Give me some comments on that. I've been using the CFM right now more because that's the one that has the Northwest livery. That's the older engine, from my understanding. I've been using that one more, but the other one sounds really cool. I like the sound of it. AIE? Okay. I mean IAE. That's the one I was flying when I first started getting back into the Phoenix, or I should say just getting into the Phoenix. It just sounds really cool. It sounds really, really cool.
November 897 Lima Sierra.
And the other engines that they added to the A300 I don't remember what those are called at all. Whitney Whitney, I think. Those sound really, really awesome as well. Really, really cool. So now, if indeed Sim Update 15 comes out today, do we think we're gonna see a 777 release this weekend? Since PMDG keeps on teasing us. There were the rumors that they're waiting for the Sim 15 update to come out. And I didn't believe it, but I'm starting to believe it now more and more. Ooh, the CL650. I need to jump into X-Plane, the trial at least, and check it out. It's been a long while since I've tried out X-Plane. And I had no beef with it. Like, once Microsoft abandoned Flight Simulator for all those years.
Contact Minneapolis Center on 127.1.
Over to 127.1 Northwest 516. X-Plane was the thing that held the flight sim community together. Minneapolis Center, Northwest 516, flight level 210. So, there's all this. X-Plane's better, flight sim's better, all that jazz, and my opinion is
Northwest 516 Minneapolis.
Whatever one you enjoy most.
Good morning.
Right? I enjoy Microsoft Flight Sim more because I'm more of a visual person, and the ground and the photogrammetry and all that jazz is freaking amazing. I do think some of the planes definitely look better in X-Plane. Yeah. The scenery, if you get the Orbex, it helps a bit, but you're still not going to get really nice 3D images like you do in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, so we should be getting a descent any moment now. Any moment now. Yeah, it really does depend on what you like. It really, really does. And you know what? People fly both of them. There are many people that fly both of them because Flight Sim doesn't currently have the biggest selection of planes compared to X-Plane. And granted, it's because X-Plane's been around for a lot longer, but obviously they've gone through different versions, but there definitely are very good developers that work really hard on impressive planes on X-Plane. And I'm really happy because there were talks, when Microsoft Flight Sim just blew up out of the gates, that developers for X-Plane would abandon X-Plane and jump on over. But it's really cool to see that it hasn't really happened. There's been some developers that have provided stuff to developers who are making stuff for Microsoft Flight Sim. And of course, you have the developers who are making for both. But you really haven't seen people just completely abandon X-Plane. One or two, but not very many. And you see something like SAYINTENTIONS, who initially was going to provide X-Plane support along with Flight Sim, and then launched just for Flight Sim, and then the demand was there for X-Plane, so they supported X-Plane. So that's really, really cool. Really, really cool to see that stuff happen. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Fry. Like, I can't judge the real flight model either. I go off the videos I've seen and all that jazz. And, I don't know. I don't know the truth behind which one has the better flight model. There was a video I watched actually this weekend who compared them pretty well. And, like, in the video, watching the video, they look so similar. The flight model looks so similar. The guy flew both same planes that were provided for within both sims, same weather, same airports, all that jazz, and it looks so similar. I couldn't tell the difference. Now, I'm sure when you're handling it itself you can notice it, but the way he was handling it, I couldn't tell any difference. I really couldn't. Things that X-Plane does really, really well is like the rain effect on the ground. Freaking amazing. That looks so cool. The rain puddles. Very, very cool. That's something I'm hoping that is in Flight Sim 2024. That is gorgeous. And some of the stuff that SimFX from P42 have done looks really, really good. I'm gonna have to ask for a descent because I don't think it's doing it. Let's go down to 4,000. Minneapolis Center, Northwest 516 requests descent down to 4,000. I don't have a whole lot of time to do any go-arounds and stuff like that, so
descend and maintain 4,000.
I have to just make it happen. Alright, I'm gonna go down at a little fast here, pull back the power. 2,000. Okay.
Northwest 516. Expect the visual runway 12 right approach into Minneapolis via the KKILR-3 arrival. Be advised that IFR approaches are still under development and are unlikely to work properly at this time. Improvements are being made daily, but strap yourself in for a bumpy arrival.
They're asking for the killer arrival. I wonder if I can ask for the Torgy 3. Minneapolis Center, Northwest 516 requests the Torgy 3 arrival into Minneapolis. That's what I currently have in Sim Brief, and that one makes more sense to me.
Northwest 516 expects the Torgy 3 arrival into Minneapolis.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all that problem. Runway 12 right is what I was expecting, and that's what we got. The weather hadn't changed in what we've been flying for. 20-something minutes?
Northwest 516 descend via KKILR-3 for the visual runway 12 right approach into Minneapolis. Altimeter 2983.
Oh, it's still saying the killer 3. Oh, maybe it didn't take it. We'll see what happens here.
American 513 climb and maintain flight level 390.
Okay, on exit, runway 12, we're going to exit to the left. And we want to be at 4,000 at Zesty. Which is going to be pretty tight to make happen, I think. Let's bring out our speed brakes. And see if we can drop down to 2.5. Yeah, a little bit better. Let's go a little bit faster down, maybe 3.0.
Northwest 516 proceed direct, descend and maintain 4,000 until established. Cleared for the visual runway 12 right approach.
Down to 4,000, Northwest 516. Alright, so I should have probably requested this a little earlier because this is going to be tight to get into, but I think we'll be alright. Bring us down to 3,000. 3,000 is there at Kinnis? Yeah, Kinnis. Already picking up an ILS. Okay, still obviously really high, but welcome in, Ed. Thank you for the information. I do appreciate you coming in. I do appreciate you telling me you like it. And you be like the Phoenix? Yeah, it's fantastic. It is fantastic. You got it just a few weeks ago. Yeah, I bought it pretty close to when it came out, and I never touched it. Like, I went up for one flight, and I was like, whatever. But at that time, the Phoenix had some major optimization issues. They've done a lot of work with it. It was good at launch, of course, but it's just they've done a lot of under the hood kind of work and made it even better. And now it's like it's a fantastic. I watched a lot of 757 Spy streams, and he flies a lot of the Phoenix. And he's always said that's his favorite aircraft, or one of his favorite aircrafts in the sim. And he says it's one of the. He thinks it's the highest fidelity. And I was disagreeing with that for a while, but as I've gotten more and more used to it, I think he's right on that point. Minneapolis approach, Northwest 516. We're currently at 8,800, descending 4,000. I can't talk. Mini. There's a street in Minneapolis like called that's Mini or something.
Minneapolis approach. Roger. Minneapolis altimeter 29er83.
All right. Approach is enabled. We should pick up a localizer momentarily. Definitely really high. I might have to swing around. I think we're gonna have to. Really high. Okay, let's swing around. We're too high. Heading mode, let's just do a 360. I don't have the time to do a go around right now. I do have enough time to do a 360. Hopefully this doesn't screw up our intentions too much. Right now we're dropping a little faster than we need to, so we can bring that up. 1.5. Stow those speed brakes. Alright, all's looking pretty good now.
Echo Charlie, descend and maintain 6,000. Descend and maintain 6,000, 6 Echo Charlie.
Okay, I'm gonna bring us closer out to Zesty. And then that gives me a couple moments here to get tower frequency. 267. Well, it should be at least. Just in case we don't get a transfer. I don't know if we're going to, because I don't know if it's expecting Keller 3 or the Torgy 3 yet. Like, it handed us over to approach, which was cool. I just don't know what it's expecting, honestly. Alright, localizer's back on. Localizer is not captured yet. Localizer is captured now. Dropping speed a little too fast, so bring that up.
Airbus 221, SoCal approach, climb and maintain 13,000.
Okay, I think we're under control.
After flight level 130, Airbus 221.
Alright, everything's back in order.
Southwest 399er, reduce speed to 180, then descend and maintain 4,000.
Slowing to 180, then down to 4,000 south.
So I'm going to give it 6 nautical miles out. If we don't hear anything for a tower transfer, I will make the call myself. Okay, glide slope has been captured.
Northwest 516 Minneapolis approach. Contact Minneapolis Tower on 123.675.
Yeah, frequency's not correct, but we got it, so let's transfer on over. Minneapolis Tower, good morning from Northwest 516. We're on the 1-2 right final. I botched what I was trying to say there, but kind of worked out. Alright, gear coming down.
Northwest 516 Minneapolis Tower, winds 230 at 15. Runway 12 right, clear to land.
Runway 12 right, clear to land, Northwest 516. Okay, looking good, looking good. A little hot still, but should be alright.
1,000.
Flaps at 30. AP off, my aircraft. I feel like we're a little high. But we're on the glide slope. Happies are good. Glide slope path is good. Just feel like we're high. It was just a view of the CRJ. Man, after I did my landing in Chicago when it was crazy windy on Tuesday, I had watched some Chicago flights on YouTube. They were doing a live streaming, and the amount of crabbing these planes were doing is crazy. CRJs, poor little CRJs, struggling hard.
Minimums. 200.
A little slow, but doing all right. Alright. Looking good.
100.
Little long on the landing.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Really long on the landing. Alright, ground to ground. Reversers out. Welcome to Minneapolis. Flaps up. And lights off. Ground handoff.
Northwest 516, welcome to Minneapolis. Contact ground on 121.8.
121 and 8. Minneapolis ground. Good morning from Northwest 516. We are on Alpha 4, we'd like to taxi to the terminal. Let's see what it does. Kind of a hit and miss here in Minneapolis. Sometimes it's really, really good, sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's really bad. Bravo, maybe? Continue Alpha 4 via Bravo? Or it might have us go all the way around.
Northwest 516 Minneapolis ground taxi to terminal via Alpha 4 Alpha 3 Bravo. Have a good day.
Oh, cool. Taxi to terminal via Alpha 4 Alpha 3 Bravo, Northwest 516. So we're on we're on taxiway Alpha 4. Alpha 3 is coming up. Although I don't think I need to say that. It could just say Alpha, because this is Alpha. So it was pointing in the right direction. Just kinda gave a little bit more info than it needed. Here's Alpha 3. So it didn't need to say Alpha 3, just need to say Alpha. And then Bravo. Oh no, this is Alpha 3, the whole turn is Alpha. This is all Alpha 3. Oh, that's right, never mind, I'm stupid. And this is Bravo. It was right. I was just wrong. See? When in doubt, just trust the SAYINTENTIONS. Never trust me. Alright, we're gonna get our gate here. Let's see, what do we want? That's 18. Is there a 16 over here? 15. 16 must be on the other side, so we're just gonna take 15. Where the hell is 16 at? There's 14.
Gulfstream 671 Gulf Sierra.
Oh, that's
hold
weird.
position traffic on final expect departure clearance in approximately
Well, we'll take 15 though.
Holding position Gulfstream 671 Gulf Sierra.
Alright, parking brake is set. Let's go ahead and bring out our APU. Our GPU. Good. Go up top.
12
Add
right.
on.
Visual approaches in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery.
I don't know where it got that, but okay. Okay, now we can go ahead and shut down our engines. Fuel pumps off.
You're leaving the Bravo airspace. Remain outside
Good.
Bravo. Frequency
Alright, post-flight, let's see how we did, huh? I'm thinking 98. I might have been a little fast on the approach. This is the flight I think I'm going to do with the A300.
Bonanza 64 Foxtrot Alpha 2 cleared for takeoff runway 29. Cleared for
Oh,
takeoff,
100. Look at
runway
that. Hey,
29.
3 in a row.
Bonanza
Not
64
too bad.
Foxtrot Alpha
Not too bad at all. Where am I up for my overall score? Oh, just almost 98.5. I think if I get 98.5, I'll be alright getting American or Delta. Or both.
Warrior Tree 71
We'll
Bravo,
see.
Charlie, make
We'll
right
see.
traffic, runway 21.
Alright, well, that's going to end the stream. I do apologize for being it short. I made it an hour, right? That's not too bad. I do appreciate everyone that's came into the stream today and everyone that's watching the VOD. I very much do appreciate it. Again, thank you so much for the channel growth. It's been a lot of fun being able to make content for you and being able to respond with you and making a little small community here. So, again, I do appreciate it so much and look forward to doing more stuff as time goes on here. But we'll see you for the next stream. Everyone take care.